live on episode 2 of our little podcast that we threw together on a rain delay day. And we are here with Samantha Osborne, who made the trip down. And let's start off with telling us where you came from.
So I'm from Quakertown, Pennsylvania, so it's about 4 hours away from here. So
Samantha Osborne is a one-stop auto sales pro stock driver, drives the number 10, big crowd favorite here. Why don't you tell us how you got your start in racing?
yeah, so my dad was interested in racing when he was younger, and he actually ran a modified at Wall Stadium for a little bit, but he didn't really have like the resources to do that, so he stopped racing. And then when my twin brother and I turned 5, we got into quarter midgets, and we did that till we were like 13, and then got into late models. So
That's a big jump.
yeah.
Was it like scary going from that something like that into a late model?
Yeah, I was pretty nervous about it, and but my dad, he's like, yeah, you'll be fine, you'll figure it out. So we took our time with it in the beginning, went to some practice sessions and everything like that. But yeah, it was definitely a huge transition going from a little go-kart thing to a big full-size car.
It seems like everybody, the drivers are so young in late models now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you tested a super modified?
Yeah. Yep.
How'd that go?
That was cool. That was a really good experience. We went up to New Hampshire for a race just because we were off that weekend and everything, and we were walking around the pits and everything, and I met this girl, Nettie Humphrey, and she had a car, and she was the same size as me, which is kind of rare in racing. So, I got to know her, and I was just asking her about the car and everything, and she was like, yeah, I mean, after the race, if it's in one piece, you can drive it if you want. So, she did pretty good in the future, and then I hopped in it, and yeah, it's definitely different than a late model, that's for sure. It took some getting used to, but it definitely was a cool car. I'd definitely like to drive one again if I got a chance, but
That's cool.
yeah.
So how did you, being from so far away, 4.5 hours away, how did you get started racing down here at Jennerstown?
Well, we kind of just followed what Mike Sweeney did. He ran out the same tracks we did, and I learned a lot from him. So when he came down here, and I came with him a couple times and got to see what kind of track it was and what the racing was like here, and we really liked it. It's a really nice place to race at and really good racing. So we decided it would probably be worth the time and money to come out here and make this our home track.
That's cool.
So,
So I asked Mike the same question in the last one that we did. What's the, how long does it take to change over a car racing all these different tracks? Is it like a crazy setup change? Is it just a few tweaks here and there?
it kind of depends on where you're going. But yeah, it's not too bad, but you definitely have to plan ahead and allow for the time for it. It's kind of hard to make a last-minute decision and suddenly switch tracks, but yeah, this is definitely one of the bigger tracks that we race at. So going to those smaller tracks, it does take some adjusting and some time. But
That's cool. So we'll jump into just a couple questions here that we do for everybody, that we're going to do for everybody. So what is your favorite racing memory?
So I have two that I don't know if I could pick which one's my favorite. The first one's from quarter midget racing, back in 2016 when I won the national championship, just because we faced a lot of trouble getting to the track and getting the car right and everything. So we didn't think we had any chance of winning that one, but came to the race and we did really well and won. So I thought that was probably my first big accomplishment. So that sticks with me. And then probably my first win here was definitely a top memory, just because it was my second race here, and we didn't think we were coming here to win. We were coming here to get experience and to learn this track, and everything just kind of fell together, and it was a good race. And I actually had a race for the win, so it was awesome.
I remember that race, and everybody up here in the booth was going crazy.
Yeah.
And you could hear the fans cheering over the cars.
That's
It was
awesome.
wild.
Yeah.
So now I'll jump into the next one. Same thing. I have them mixed up on the chart here. But if you could race any car at any track, doesn't matter what it is, F1, IndyCar, dirt late model, wherever you want to race, if you could hot lap a car, where would it be?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I've always ran asphalt, so I'd probably want to switch it up a little bit and probably run something on dirt, dirt mod or something. I ran one of them once, but I definitely want to get some more experience in that and see if I could make anything happen on the dirt side of things. And if not that, then probably do some kind of road course stuff. I think I'd do good in that. I don't know what kind of car I'd run, but whatever I could get into, I think road course would be cool.
Yeah, road courses always look fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do our last one here. Other than racing, do you have any other hobbies in racing? I know you're super young, so are you still in school? Or?
Yeah. Yep. I'm in college, so that takes up a lot of time during the school year. And then I work a lot, so that takes up quite a bit of time too. and then when I'm at home, I'm working on the race car whenever I can. But yeah, I mean, I ride quads and dirt bikes and all that. Hang out with my friends, and yeah, just trying to have fun whenever I can. But
That's
it's
cool.
pretty busy.
What are you studying?
Right now, accounting and supply chain management.
Okay,
So,
so
yeah, that keeps me busy.
there's so many kids like they'll be like, oh, I'm going to school for this, that, and they're racing cars, and it's always has something to do with like, I'm like gonna be a welder, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
something like this kind of in the field, but that's a
Yeah.
little different. So,
Yeah.
well, that'll be nice. You can kind of separate work life and have a
Yep.
hobby that's not all crammed right in together.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, thank you for sitting down with us. I know we got rained out today, so we figured you drove such a far trip. We'd throw some stuff together and get you and Mike on here today, and just learn a little bit more about you. That way, you're already a fan favorite here, but maybe you gained a few more fans. So
Yeah, that'd be cool.
thank you for sitting down with us.
Yep, thanks.